Hey everyone, this is Niall at Learn to Trade the Market again. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's 4 o'clock exactly in the afternoon on Saturday. Sitting back, having a look at the market. Uh, Noticed a few things that I wanted to point out to you guys. I've been trading the British pound quite actively. In fact, I haven't really been trading any other pair except the euro yen. And I want to go over a few trades that I've made. I've decided the best way for me to train you guys is to actually show you real trades that I've made and forget all the theory and just show you trades I've made. What that will do is it will help me understand what I'm saying a little bit better. So if I know the reason for the actual setup that I've made, it'll sound a little bit more smoother. I thought that if I showed you my account statement, me being in a trade, would help you guys with a bit of confidence. I was advised not to show my account on a video, so I'll just say that if anyone wants proof of any of the trades that I'm talking about here, I can provide a confidential account statement viewing for those that want to see proof of a trade. Moving on to the actual setup, I'd look at the British pound as downtrending at the moment, so I've only been playing the short side. Despite there being some volatility to the upside, I've primarily been looking for shorting opportunities at higher prices, and I'll show you two trades that I've made on the British pound in the last few weeks, and they've been quite profitable. I've made about $11,000 on the second trade, and the first trade was about $4,000. The reason the trade has been profitable is purely and simply because of the power of the signal. Alright, there's a million different ways to trade the market, but with my experience, I've identified certain patterns that I've been taught, that I've learnt from screen time, and these things work. Alright, there's no doubting that these things work, and the reason they work is because they are widely followed by professional swing traders, and they are clues to turning points in the market, and they're usually in the direction of the trend. And when I say direction of the trend, I'm talking a 30-day trend. Okay, so let's have a look at the setup in particular. Now there's two ways that I look at a chart. I look at retracement levels and I look at price action signals. Okay, now you guys know that I'm a big fan of rejection bars, I'm a big fan of inside bars, and I'm a big fan of simple support and resistance. Now support and resistance can also be of Fibonacci retracements. Now these are only four things in my arsenal that I look at, but they're very profitable if used in conjunction. So let's have a look at the Fibonacci retracement of the first swing. Okay, so we had a move up and it started to move down. Now I was looking at this first swing back up here, move down, this first swing up. This area here was a 61.8 retracement. Okay, I haven't really drawn that very well, but I'm sure you guys can read that. The market rotated up, and then we had this brilliant reversal bar right here. That's a bearish reversal day, or a pin bar, whatever you want to call it. Pinocchio nose. There are so many different names for it I've seen out there in the candlestick world. That's a simple pattern for a price reversal off a key retracement level. Okay, so markets typically terminate, if they are going to terminate, within a swing at the 50%, 55%, 61% area. So it's called the ambush zone. A lot of guys call it the ambush zone, some call it the hot zone. I'm not sure what the Gann followers and Fibonacci guys call it. It's the turning point where it's an equilibrium of buyers and sellers, and then you've automatically just got these program orders, system orders that come in from trend traders that begin to sell, and if it's strong enough, you'll get these signals. I took the close of that bar here. Alright, so we sold here on the close. I take 2/3 of the range of that entire day and I put my stop. That was my stop loss. Okay, my target off a pin bar is always 3-to-1 at least. Okay, so it's 3 times my stop loss. Now I don't have the specific details. I can go back and provide them for you. What I did was I took 2/3 of that range of that actual whole pin bar day. I put my stop loss at that point from my entry, and then I put my profit target down here near this previous low, and it made about 3.6 to 1 on risk. Okay, so we got out here, we short sold, and the exit was here down near support. Alright, so that's one trade that I made, and it's very mechanical, very simple to identify. I had the retracement line already drawn on the chart, and I just waited for some price action, and I was in. A lot of people don't even wait for price action, but the price action helps you define risk, and it helps you with confidence as a momentum trigger in the direction of the trend. Pretty simple stuff. Let's get on to the next trade that I made. Alright, so after this termination down, I had a swing up. Alright, now that was exactly 55% of that range, okay? We then had this beautiful pin bar again. It was just picture perfect price action. This pin bar here, this bearish rejection bar. So again, I took 2/3 of the range of that candle. Okay, I then put my stop loss at that point. I sold the close of that day and looked for a risk reward of 3 to 1. Now, in fact, I got more than 3 to 1 on this trade because that was such a tight little range. It was around a 70 something point stop, and I made over 250 odd points, I think, on this one. So there were two trades in that entire sample of data. Just on this here, there was two beautiful trades of simple price action and retracements. And combined retracement levels and price action are the holy grail of trading. I mean, you know, there's so many different ways to trade, but this has worked for me. It can work for you. The difference is these are tools to be using, but they don't work every time. And screen time and experience will be able to tell you when and when not to take a trade. I can put the ideas and the way of thinking in front of you. It's up to you to really make something from it. Now, if we go to the last few days of price action, we can see a break of supports occurred, break of that line. We've also had another pin bar, a rejection bar. Now I think this sets up a move next week down. I don't know how much more this market's got, but you know, you look at this, you know, that's not good. That's a bearish pattern. Looks like a side of an aeroplane, really, doesn't it? So this big triangle has broken. We've got a bearish rejection candle. Hey, I mean, I was already short. I wouldn't short again personally because I've made so much money during these down moves. There's another one coming. It's right there. And until this high is taken out, or maybe even this high here, that's the key level. You know, until that breaks, the market's going to go down. It's just a simple pattern. These rejection bars hold all the inside of the market, the heartbeat of the market. They show you determination of buying and selling and the true sentiment in the market. Keep them in your arsenal. I want you to start posting these on the forum whenever you see them on 4-hour charts or daily charts or weekly charts. I want to hear about them. I want you to call me up. I want you to post them in the forum. Email me. I'm going to put my email up on the screen, and I mean, these are the backbone of my trading system. There's so many different ways to trade, as I keep saying. This is what works for me. Alright, I use inside bars and pin bars primarily on my daily charts, and I have trend following methods and trend indicators to keep me in the right direction. Okay, so you usually only want to follow the direction of the trend, with exceptions to the rule, obviously. But we'll get to that in later videos. For now, try and stick with the trend, the 8 and 21 exponential crossover. That's the 8 and 21 day moving average exponential crossover. When that's pointing down, you try and look for the short side. When it's pointing up, you try and look for the long side. Alright, any questions? I need you to be prompt with your questions and responses on the forum, because I do post new videos, and once a topic's covered, I don't like to go back over it because I've already answered it for that many people. If you come in, 3 weeks later and say, oh, pin bars, what are pin bars? Well, I'll just refer you back to the video and to go and look at other people's responses on the forum. I need you to start actively participating on the forum so we can grow and learn together. Alright, it's been nice talking to you. Have a good Sunday, and we'll see you on Monday.